Good morning. It's Thursday, the 26th of February 2026. My name is Odili, and this is High Voltage on Volt 104.3 FM. You can join us live on YouTube on High Voltage News. Subscribe, like, share the videos for others to be part of the conversation. Alright, so today we'll be discussing the upcoming 37th Enugu Trade Fair, its impact on SMEs, and the broader future of business in Enugu State. And joining us this morning is the Director General of the Enugu Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines, and Agriculture, Mr. Uchechukwu Mba. Mr. Mba, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Odile.
All right.
It's my pleasure being here.
Thank you so much. All right, so to start with, let's just move in quickly. Can you briefly tell us what Exima does and the role in promoting businesses in Enugu State?
Yeah, very briefly, like you said, Exima is the Enugu Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines, and Agriculture. Is the umbrella body of the organized private sector, the leader of the organized private sector in the state. Exima is about 65 years old, and we are counting. And what we do specifically is to ensure that within our jurisdiction, that enabling business environment is created to support existing businesses and SMEs in the state, and ensure that businesses don't close down. We do that through advocacy, engagement with the government on policy matters, especially areas, policies that has to do with that has direct effect on businesses. We also do that through engagement with foreign business partners, creating networking opportunities that will, bring in more business funds into the state. That's basically what we do. We are the voice that speak for businesses. Most times, as a single entity, you might not be able to speak for your business, but because we have come together, or when we have come together, we'll be able to speak with a stronger voice that the government or other business partners will want to listen to. So that's basically what we do.
All right. Okay, so we're talking about the 36th Enugu Trade Fair. That's the one that occurred last year.
Okay.
It was recorded as a successful event.
Yes.
Now, from your perspective, what were the key factors that made it stand out?
One thing is that in the recent year, we observed that our survey showed that since we moved into the permanent site of the trade fair from where it used to be at Polo, Polo is a general area.
Yes.
Whether you hear it on radio or not, you must see it while passing. Since we moved to the Gulf permanent site, it looks as if we have gone into a closed area. But we observe that there are things we need to start doing. Publicity, partnership, stronger partnership with media organizations to blow the news or stories about the trade fair and what is happening around that area. So last year, we started doing something better. We started our engagement through the publicity networks that we have was higher. So we started engaging a lot of media outfits, of which Vote was one of them. A number of radio stations. We also increased our budget towards use of social media. In the past, we paid less attention to what social media can do, but it was obvious from what we saw last year that social media is
a very great
tool to the success of the fair. So we started investing, and we are intending to do more this time around.
All right. Okay, so what about all this success is it doesn't really happen by accident. So from what you've already explained, we've seen why last year's one was different from the previous years. But while looking at over the years, how has this trade fair helped to position Enugu as a business hub in Nigeria?
Yeah, I visited the Lagos International Trade Fair November last year,
Okay.
and I had opportunities of meeting a number of companies at the fair.
Mm.
Once I mentioned Enugu International Trade Fair, you know, it sounds very large. It sounds very good. You know, a number of them were like, "We've heard much about Enugu.
Mm.
We've heard much about Enugu International Trade Fair." One thing that the trade fair has done is that it has positioned Enugu at such point where people have been able to know what is happening in Enugu that they wouldn't have ordinarily known.
Yes.
Yeah, the fair, within the period of the fair, a lot is, showcased about Enugu. So the fair has showcased the rich values, both cultural and otherwise values of the Enugu state. And people have come to know what we have in the state. You know, when you come to the fair, you see the Enugu State Pavilion. When you go to the Enugu State Pavilion, you see a lot of things that, we do in Enugu.
Mm.
Then also, beyond the Enugu State Pavilion, you see a number of companies that are in Enugu. You see people want to showcase what they are doing in Enugu.
Mm.
Then beyond that also, Enugu has a wonderful serene, a very super and interesting environment.
Yes.
So one of the things that the fair has done is that when we bring in most of these participants that come from outside the country, that come from Lagos and other parts of the country, once they get to Enugu and see that the environment is friendly, good, they want to establish their office here. So automatically the fair is creating wider revenue platform for the state.
Yes.
Because when these companies, after visiting or participating in the Enugu International Trade Fair, establish their offices or their factory here in Enugu, the government also will start earning revenue from those establishments. So it has helped Enugu a lot. And for the period of time that we had a kind of drop in the level of participation, we have not been so happy. So we have decided to go on strong campaign to ensure that we revive Enugu International Trade Fair, take it to where it should be. Thank you very much.
All right. So when we talk about positioning the state as a hub, you know that SMEs play a major role. So what strategies does Exima use to ensure that SMEs, not just the big companies, that they benefit from the trade fair?
Okay. 2 years ago, specifically the 35th Enugu International Trade Fair,
Okay.
we made a request from the state government because we have observed that cost of participation most times looks so high for these SMEs to afford. So what we did last 2 years was to make a request from the state government to provide a 1,000 square meter fully air-conditioned tent so that we can allow all SMEs in Enugu to participate in the fair at relatively no cost. And I'm proud and happy to inform you that His Excellency Dr. Peter Ndubisimba granted that last 2 years at the 35th Enugu International Trade Fair. It didn't happen at the 36th fair. We are hoping that it will happen this time around. But the truth is that during the 35th fair, when it happened, those SMEs were so happy. And last year, a number of them started calling, "We want to be part of the fair. Are you giving us opportunity again to participate?" Within our own capacity in the chamber, what we did is, because we have cost to cover, we tried as much as possible to see what we can do to bring them in. but they have to pay a token, which the state government would have taken care of if the tent was provided. So we also allowed them, a number of them participated last year as well. And as I'm talking to you, the Enugu SMEs, in fact, they want to chase us out of our office. The pressure is high. The pressure is high. Unfortunately, most of them can't afford even the little amount we're asking them to pay. So we're still appealing to His Excellency, the Governor of Enugu State, and the Enugu State government to provide this tent that will house these SMEs so that we can have them. What we intend to do is that when we have these SMEs under one umbrella in the fair, if we have visitors who are coming from outside Enugu, we'll be able to move them into that umbrella. And one other thing we are doing in this phase is that we are creating a matchmaking room. That matchmaking room is a room where these SMEs can meet with interested investors to discuss what they have, their ingenuity, and see how both parties can work through it and help each other as well as help the state.
Just like partnerships.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, so speaking of this year's edition, let's talk about what's coming up. Can you give us the date and the venue for those that are listening who would like to participate?
Yeah, the 37th Enugu International Trade Fair will be starting on Saturday, March 21.
It's almost here.
To March 30, Monday,
Okay.
2026.
Okay.
And one thing about the date is that we try to bring the fair in between the Islamic Salah and the Christian Easter. The Salah is ending, the trade fair is starting on a Saturday. The trade fair ends on a Monday. The Easter starts on a Friday. So the date is fixed to help the two religious bodies we have, two major religious bodies we have in Nigeria, to benefit from the fair. It's an outing, marketing, and buying time for those two major religious events that will happen within that time. So, and the theme of the fair is empowering MSMEs for global competitiveness. Our interest is to raise the voice of our SMEs, MSMEs in Enugu. You know, we want the world to know
they should go
that,
beyond the states.
Thank you very much. Yesterday I was at the International Conference Center where the Enugu Tech is taking place. So you see that we have a lot of ingenuity. We have a lot of young people in Nigeria, startups that in Enugu that we need to expose to the world, and we're also queuing into that through this trade fair. We have a lot of manufacturers. So many people are producing a lot of things, and nobody hears about them. They are producing a lot of good things, wonderful things. So we want to use this trade fair to open them up to the world, so that what they have, what we are producing in Enugu, can be bought in China, can be bought in UK, can be bought all over the world. This trade fair is aimed at achieving that.
All right, that's a very good one. But when you were talking about the fee that is involved, that's in case the government doesn't come to aid like they came during the 35th. What is the token expected from the SMEs? What are they supposed to pay?
I don't need to start announcing on air.
Okay, but there's a platform to go and register.
Yes, it's very friendly.
Okay.
Very friendly, and it's something we think SMEs can afford. But if we can get it, subsidized or even paid for entirely for them, then it will make it easier, and it will also encourage more SMEs to come on board and be part of it.
All right. Okay, so for this 37th edition, what are the new initiatives or programs that is being introduced this year to make it different or more impactful?
Thank you very much. One special program that we're introducing this time is business masterclass sections.
Okay.
Business master. We're going to have 3 days dedicated to business master classes. You know, we're going to have uh, captains of industry. We're going to have business developers speak to SMEs. You know, teach them on how to grow their businesses, or how to be able to, grow, to be able to match or come up to a global platform where they should be able to compete favorably. So that is one thing special, and we are inviting all SMEs, all business persons, manufacturers, transport people, whatever area of business you are in, real estate, what have you. We're inviting everybody to be part of it. The master class is free. It's free. When you attend master classes elsewhere, you pay a huge amount of money.
Yes.
But this trade fair is offering a free opportunity of people participating in free master class or classes, and certificates will be issued as well. So it's going to be everything for SMEs, not just networking, but an opportunity to build capacity, an opportunity to build capacity to grow your business. So, and one other thing we have done is that, you know, before trade fair, you pay to enter the gate, you pay to have access. So one other thing we have done is that we have thrown the gate open.
Okay.
Secondly, we have also a program to pay for the transport of anyone that comes to the trade fair. Yes.
Wow. That's a lot.
Your transport to the trade fair. Once you find your way to the trade fair, at the gate, you'll be given a ticket. That ticket that will be given to you will give you access to buy something inside the fair that the chamber will pay for. Once you have that ticket, take that ticket to any of the exhibitors. What you want to buy, the exhibitors will discount a certain amount, and that certain amount that will be discounted will cover your transport and also something more for you. Do you understand me?
Yes.
So we are offering opportunities of you recouping the transport you spend to come to the fair and also getting more. So you can't come to the fair and you say, I spent 500 naira to transfer myself to the fair. You will get the 500 naira back as long as you get to the gate and register and get a free ticket. That ticket is your access to discount.
I'm definitely coming for this event.
Thank you very much.
All right, so while we were talking about the master class that's going to be holding, you said 3 days,
Yes.
and the trade fair will still be ongoing. So I'm wondering, so the trade fair will be, it's a different venue or the same venue for the master class and also the trade fair?
Thank you very much. On Friday, the 20th of February, His Excellency, the Governor of Enugu State, commissioned a 3,000 square meter exhibition hall complex inside that trade fair premises. And in that building, we have facilities. Beyond the hall, we have other facilities. We have training halls. We have everything is inclusive. And that business master class will be holding inside that building. So it's within the trade fair premises. So if you attend the master class, you also have opportunity of going around the trade fair after the master class to buy, to network, and do whatever thing you want to do.
Okay, so that means it's not just for people that registered to exhibit their the products that they have. For anybody?
No, it's for everybody. That's why I'm talking about it here.
Okay.
If it is just for exhibitors, we'll have platform for our exhibitors.
Yes.
We'll just tell them what to do. But it is open for everybody.